All right, we are here in a monsoon following Ohio State's beatdown of Illinois, and we're going to try to convince some people to talk to us. What's your name?
Steve.
All right, Steve, so what's your takeaway from this? I mean, you stayed all day in the rain to watch this. You excited about what you saw?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I stayed for the seniors, stayed for the Buckeyes. You know, they still got an outside chance to get in. Everything that we wanted to happen for the day happened. I mean, Miami won, and Notre Dame, I'm not sure what happened with the end of that one, but everything's kind of staying in check, and I think they did what they're supposed to. They won, get 50 points. I think if they get 50 in the last three, we got a good shot still getting there.
Yeah. So, I mean, you mentioned senior day. Which senior going forward do you think the Buckeyes are going to miss the most next year?
Well, obviously it's JT. I mean, there's been so much talk and so much of being with JT, not with JT, and, JT's been a proven leader for the last 3 years. He doesn't let what happens outside of what happens in that stadium affect him, and he's just a true leader. He's going to be missed.
Yeah. And I mean, you talked about playoff chances a little bit. What has to happen at this point for the Buckeyes to get back in it? You think they're in a relatively good spot?
I think they're right where they need to be. I think if they win the final 3 games, today was the first step of that 3. But if they win against Michigan, if they win against the Big Ten championship against Wisconsin, and they do that kind of like they did in 14, going away 50-0, scoring 50 points. That, to me, is going to take that committees and say, yeah, they lost to Iowa, but look what they did the last 3 games, So, and then plus last week what we did with Michigan State. I think if Miami, we need Miami to win out, and we need Alabama to win out. Those are the 2 teams we're cheering for, and then I think good things will come.
And then obviously it's Michigan week. What's your takeaway with Michigan?
I've been up to Ann Arbor for games up here. We've been here for the last 3 Michigan games. There is nothing like Michigan week, and it starts as soon as that gun sounds, for that final tonight. And man, go Bucks, beat Michigan.
What's your name?
Nick.
All right, so what do you think about the game? Obviously it's senior night. Send out the seniors in the right way?
Yeah, I thought JT Barrett has a huge contribution to this school, and he did a great job.
Mm-hmm. And, we talk about seniors. Which one next year do you think the Buckeyes are going to miss going forward? Do you think it's JT Barrett or is it someone else?
Oh, someone else? I think Billy Price.
You think Billy Price?
Yeah, starting center since what, 2014? Yeah. Started 52 games.
Yeah, broke the record.
I'd say him, and we're losing Taekwon Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge.
Those are 2 big ones. And it's hard to talk too much about a blowout loss to Illinois, but what do you think about Ohio State's playoff chances at this point?
All right, well, if Bama wins out, I think we'd want Clemson to lose to Miami.
This is crazy, man. This is crazy.
And then
hold on,
dude. And then I think the debate would be between us and Clemson, but I think, their best win, their second best win just fell out of the top 25, Virginia Tech.
Right.
And we're going to get wins over Wisconsin, Michigan. We already beat Penn State. Yeah, so I think we're in over Clemson. But we need Bama to win out.
We need Bama?
To win out, yeah. Because, we got to pass Auburn and Georgia, and we're not going to pass them unless they lose.
Right. So, it starts next week with Michigan. What's your takeaway with Michigan so far? They haven't looked quite as good as people thought.
I watched the whole game today. Their offense is pathetic. Their defense is always good, but honestly, and their quarterback, what's his name?
Peters?
Yeah, Brandon Peters went down.
Yeah.
But he was terrible anyway, and their backup's even worse. So I think we're going to win. And then we're going to go to Indianapolis, and I think we're going to beat Wisconsin 59-0.
Yeah. What do you think about Wisconsin?
They're good.
They're good? You think Wisconsin's good?
Well, in all seriousness, we'll probably win that game 34-10.
Okay, well, cool.
We're gonna be Big Ten champs.
Big Ten champs,
yeah.
First time since 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe finish off with a national title.
Of course.
Ohio, OH! We're from Ohio, I-O!
We're back here with Travis. So what's your thoughts on today's win?
It's what I expected. A great senior day. Great way for JT to go out. It poured down rain, but that's part of the game, and you just deal with it. But, overall, I like what I saw. The first teamers, second teamers got some reps in there, so, got to prepare for next year, too. So I like what I see so far.
Yeah, and Michigan coming up next week. I don't know how much of the Wisconsin-Michigan game you watched before this one, but you know, they're coming in beat up, not quite the same team that they were. What are you looking for in Michigan next week?
They would love to just foil our run for the Big Ten title. It's a rivalry game. That's it. Like if you feel like you have nothing to play for and you're that team coming in, why wouldn't you want to spoil the other guy's season? I mean, I only saw like the first half of that game, but Peters is probably their best quarterback. He's improved. He got hurt?
Yeah, he's out.
Oh, he's out. Well, oh boy. They're right. Nope. No, I don't. Unless their running game carries them, I just don't see the O'Korn consistently trying to beat that defense. So the defense has improved from the first game to now. Yeah. You play your best football right now in November in the last game of the regular season.
Yeah. So you don't think they're going to pose much of a threat? I mean, it's at the Big House. How much does that really count for?
I mean, it's still a big deal because the last time we lost was up there. Yeah. I mean, they haven't beaten us in Columbus since 2000, but it's still a rivalry game. They'll still get up. I just think our depth, by the end of the fourth quarter, they're beat up from Wisconsin. Yeah. You know, if we come out there focused, we'll be set. Mm-hmm. I mean, we still have to show up and play. It's still important.
And then after that, we got Wisconsin Big Ten championship game. What do you think's the key to that? How do you see that playing out?
Wisconsin's not a team that's going to score a bunch of points in a hurry. We kind of have to do what we did to Michigan State, which is just jump on them early and just play up tempo, and the defense got to take that running game away, you know, and watch for Fumagalli on the crossers. Yeah. Hornibrook's an okay quarterback. I don't think he's the best quarterback. Yeah, he's good for at least 2. Yeah. So take advantage of those 2.
Mm-hmm. And then, you know, going forward, we talked a little last week, Ohio State's playoff chances, but stars seem to kind of be aligning. You think that's still an outside shot?
It's a very slim outside shot because I kind of did the math. Like, this is what I think would have to happen. Alabama needs to beat Georgia and Auburn. Yeah. Get rid of them. They have to get in. Yeah. As much as I don't like them, they have to. Clemson or Miami, it really doesn't matter. Losers out. Yeah. It would be nice to have Oklahoma lose and not get in a tie-break scenario. I don't know. TCU might be the only team that can do that. Yeah. Last but not least, Notre Dame. They lose today? They beat Navy.
They beat Navy.
So, like, it's kind of like, I don't want to get in a scenario where you have Ohio State, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, because it's going to be like Oklahoma beats you head-to-head. Yep. Notre Dame has 2 losses, but their losses don't look nearly as bad as ours do. Yeah.
But Ohio State can improve its resume pretty drastically.
Oh, yeah. If we blow out Michigan and you blow out Wisconsin, you have an argument. You still might get screwed out of the argument. The 12 people say, too bad. Yeah. But at least you did everything you could to improve your chances. Yeah. So. And
then, you know, it's senior day. It'd be hard not to talk about the seniors. Which guy in particular do you think the Buckeyes are going to miss the most next year, the hardest to replace?
I mean, besides JT, and he's number 1, yeah. I think it's going to be like Jalen Holmes, Tracy Sprinkle, those guys, and Billy Price. Those 3 in particular on the line, defense and offensive line. They were just leaders and captains, especially Tracy's story, but hurt. Finally gets to start. Mm-hmm. Billy Price, you know, he's been great. Played at guard, played at center. Mm-hmm.
Versatile. The all-time starts, right?
Oh, yeah, versatile player. I mean, it's hard to replace an offensive lineman like that. Yeah. And Jalen, too, like his intensity on the edge. You know, I think he played better in Taekwondo, to be honest, especially this season. But those 3 in particular stand out in my mind.
Cool. Well, we'll see what happens going forward and hope for the best, you know?
Absolutely.